Well, my thesis is that given that Islam is not, according to archaeology, and that's the only thing that doesn't lie, Islam is not as the Muslims say. It didn't exist until about 750 AD, when, after Muawiyah, you eventually get Abd al-Malik. Abd al-Malik is the one who really gets Islam going as a religion similar to what we see today. But that's from the early 8th century. So when people speak of Muhammad and this and that and the other, it's all made up stuff. There was a warrior, probably called Muhammad, a heretical Christian, who believed, like so many Muslims did, like so many Arabs did in the Maghreb at the time. They believed in Jesus, but rejected the religion of the Byzantine Empire, Catholicism. They didn't believe in the Holy Trinity. They didn't believe Jesus is God. But he was like Arius, the heretic priest, said, he's a man.
But they have absorbed large amount of Gnostic Christianity into the Quran.
Oh, so much. There's so much heresy there. But what matters is, it's not Islam. Muhammad was not a Muslim. The entire religion is made up centuries later. And when we see that, I'm not bothered about it.
It's a political thing.
Yeah, it's very much so, because you've got to craft a religion to hold the new Arab empire together. Otherwise, the Byzantine religion, with its ideology of the Trinity and the Catholic faith, may in the end destroy your empire. Every empire needs an ideology. And the Arabs, Abd al-Malik was sensible. This vast empire, we've got to make something that goes against the Byzantine Empire. You know, in the Quran, you've got the name Muhammad 4 times, but the name Muhammad need not be a name. It can simply mean the praised one. And those who've looked at this book, the Quran, like Christoph Luxemburg, they've gone back to the Syro-Aramaic, and they find behind, if you translate it into Syro-Aramaic, you find a lot of this is heretical Christian hymns. So really, we're looking at something that comes out of the heretical Christian Arabia. We need not speak of Muhammad, the prophet of Islam. There's no such man. There's Muhammad, a warrior Arab. You know, when the Byzantines, our people, that's sort of, you could say, when you had the Byzantines fighting the Persians, the Sasanians, they deployed Arabs as mercenaries. The Ghassanids were deployed by the Byzantines. And these guys, lots of them became heretical Christians. So, and there's lots of evidence of this in Arabia. Like, you've got lots of Kaabas. There's not just one Kaaba. Different Kaabas were used by heretical Christians. Okay. Hey, have a good week. Take care. Bye-bye. So what we're seeing here is that as Christians, we don't have anything to worry about with this religion. Our religion, when you look at the archaeology, it affirms what we've been saying about look at the Acts of the Apostles. They find things which show that Paul's journeys were what they were and so on. But you don't find anything that contradicts the basic early Christian accounts. But I've shown that the archaeology of Islam is totally contradictory to the story of Islam. So you've got a choice to rely on traditions that were allegedly handed down over 200 years until they were finally written down, rely on that, or rely on the archaeology. And the non-Muslim writers about the Arabs who are conquering them. It's amazing how it takes such a long time before you hear the word Islam or the word Muslim. So that's really what I wanted to say. This book, the Glorious Quran, it doesn't matter one way or the other. It's just like the Mormon's book, Book of Mormon. You know, world's full of false religions. What we've got to think about is not focus on that false religion or this other false religion. We'll face the fact that without the Catholic faith, our civilization is dead. And unless there's a revival of the Catholic faith.
You mean the Western civilization?
Yeah, in fact, that's the only civilization that really matters. Now, that's not to demean Africa or China. I mean, look at the Chinese. They've built a high civilization in no time at all. But in the end, what really matters, the heart and hold of civilization with a capital C, is Europe. Not the USA, not Canada, Europe. If Europe collapses, the world is finished. And that's because Christ placed the Catholic faith here and built civilization up here. And he prepared it with Greece and Rome. No accident, he chose this.